for consumption and water for hydration is definitely one of our basic survival needs. Having said that, this presentation will tackle Universal Robina Corporation as one of the largest branded consumer food and beverage product companies in the Philippines. While catering to the masses, the URC needs to ensure that their quality products are beyond standard level. Thus, a regular inspection should be done regularly. Finding an optimal route will help in minimizing the cost used and the time wasted due to traffic. This traveling salesman problem will be solved using a brute force solution.
Starting with a graph. A graph is an ordered pair consisting of P as the vertices and E as the set of edges connecting two vertices. These vertices can represent any entity like cities, places, or companies, while the edges represent the roads connecting them. Next, a weighted graph is a type of graph where every edge has a number that is assigned to it, which commonly represents distance, cost, or time. The terms being mentioned are the most common ones to be encountered when dealing with a traveling salesman problem. A traveling salesman problem is a classic problem in graph theory that seeks to determine the shortest possible route that visits each location exactly once and returns to the starting point. This kind of problem can be solved using different algorithms, but for this one, we will solve it using a common approach known as the brute force algorithm. Brute force algorithm is an algorithm which seeks to determine the minimum cost route. It starts by listing all possible routes, determine their total length by adding the weights of the edges, then the route with the least summation will be the most optimal route. Now that you know what and how TSP and brute force algorithm works, we can now proceed with determining the most optimal route to visit all branches of Universal Robina Corporation. Here is the map of the 6 branches of URC around Metro Manila, and these branches serve as the vertices. By converting this map into a graph, we can label the 6 branches from A to E. Then, we will create a complete graph by connecting all branches to every other branches. These edges represent the road connecting them. Using Google Maps, these are the measured distance and time traveled from one branch to another. For example, this route starts from A to B to C to D to E to F, then finally going back to A. This route covers a distance of 28.6 kilometers and a duration of 167 minutes. Another example, this route starts from A to B to D to E to C to F, then going back to A, which covered a distance of 31.1 kilometers and a duration of 185 minutes. Using Excel, here are all of the possible permutations of routes that start and end at point A. The goal is to find the route with shortest distance traveled and also the route with the lowest time traveled. Now, we have determined the route with the shortest distance covered as well as the route with the lowest time traveled using the brute force algorithm.